Hey, I'm Smita Sharma. You're watching the most comprehensive coverage of the war for the Tamil throne here on India Today. Now, while Governor Vidyasagar Rao favors wait and watch on the power tussle in Tamil Nadu, waiting for a Supreme Court verdict expected in the corruption case against where Sasikala is accused number 2. The AIADMK General Secretary Sasikala Natarajan, meanwhile, today wrote to Governor Vidyasagar Rao, urging him to act fast in the interest of the state. She sought an appointment with the governor to parade her party MLAs that she claims are supporting her. Meanwhile, addressing party workers, Sasikala said that she is the true inheritor of Jayalalitha's legacy. Until she has the support of party workers, those conspiring against the party will not succeed in their designs. She also sent out a veiled threat, saying that they can only be patient to a certain extent. So clearly, of course, it's been a hectic day, even as the wait is on to see which side does the governor finally tilt. But let me cut across live to Akshita, who is outside O. Paneerselvam's residence. She has been tracking the story very closely. Akshita, you spoke to somebody like a Mafoe Pandeyarajan, who's now switched sides and is supporting Paneerselvam at the moment. Tell us what all has been going on at his residence since morning today.
A lot of activity that we witnessed here, Smita. It's of course a very busy Saturday for Mr. Paneerselvam. He's been getting in a lot of support as well. Before Mafa Pandeyarajan, two AIADMK MPs, one from Namakkal, the other from Krishnagiri. Both of them have also extended their support to Mr. Paneerselvam. So his camp is definitely growing. You know, we've seen the top leadership of the AIADMK. We've seen members of parliament. We're now seeing ministers, the likes of Mafa Pandeyarajan, who's immensely popular, one of the top ministers of the Tamil Nadu government, who's now joined hands with O. Paneerselvam. The question is, will more follow? This morning, when MP from Namakkal, Sundaram was speaking inside at OPS's residence after joining his camp, he said he expressed confidence that all the ministers, all the MPs especially, except for Tambudurai, will join hands with O. Paneerselvam, will be joining his side. But the question is, will we actually see that happen? Because as of now, it still remains that there is only a handful of MLAs who have extended their support. Whoever joins, Smita, whether it's MPs, whether it's party leaders, whether it's former MLAs, none of them will matter. At the end of the day, it comes down to how many MLAs are on Paneerselvam's side.
Absolutely. It also, of course, has to be seen whether the governor exercises that option of asking Paneerselvam to prove his strength. But Akshita, do stay on with us, because as Tamil Nadu's great MLA hunt is still on, we have an inside view of the Golden Bay Resort at Kanchipuram. Exclusive images with India Today. Remember, Sasikala Natarajan is headed to the Amma Memorial today. At the, of course, first the Amma Memorial and then at the resort. She will be addressing all the MLAs who have been huddled there for the past 72 hours. Now, interestingly, the MLAs have been provided with black lungis and white shirts before the meeting. So, there you can see, in fact, certain MLAs standing near the gate. Remember, they have been very tight about security situation around this resort. Media has not been allowed to enter the resort. India Today yesterday tried tracking the resort and showed you how the resort looked like from the outside through the water route as well. And now these exclusive images, both sides, we have seen some MLAs who have crossed over from the hotel to Paneerselvam's side. They alleged that they were being held against their will, but there are a couple of voices who are inside and who have chosen to say that there is no pressure on these MLAs who are acting out of their own. Ashish is tracking the story closely as far as the resort is concerned. Ashish, in how much time are we expecting Sasikala to reach the resort?
In like next 10 to 15 minutes, we are expecting the arrival of the General Secretary and CM designated V.K. Sasikala here. Right now you can see the huge media presence as well as the cadres and the crowd. They all are awaiting the arrival of the General Secretary and CM designated Sasikala here. Meanwhile, if we talk about the resort, various ministers and MLAs are present. We have the confirmed number of 94 MLAs. They were residing in this resort. Now, what our sources are saying that till the arrival of Sasikala, it will increase further and it will cross 110 mark. Right now this is the situation, and we all are, the media persons and the cadres, everyone is awaiting the arrival of Sasikala. In hardly 10 to 15 minute time we are expecting her arrival here. This resort, if we talk about the resort, is luxurious one of the best one on East Coast Road, and this road leads to the main entry of the resort, which is somewhere like half an kilometer away from this particular place where we are standing. The media has been stopped at this particular place only. We have not access to go further toward the resort. Resort is completely surrounded from three sides by backwater, and further it leads to the sea, and it has its own luxury and completely personal beach, as well as various other luxurious facility and basic facilities and other entertainment facilities are available inside this resort.
Right.
And
Ashish, many thanks for providing us all those details. Of course, yesterday you did that boat route sort of a ride and tried taking us through what the resort looked like, and now these images of those MLAs who are waiting for Sasikala Natarajan's arrival. India Today has exclusively accessed drone images of the Golden Bay Resort, where a number of AIADMK MLAs have been reportedly confined by the Sasikala camp. These drone shots come after India Today group was stopped by AIADMK workers from entering or even shooting near the resort. After reports that the MLAs were being confined in the resort, 5 MLAs had come out of the resort and claimed that they were not being held under duress.
India Today reached at the backside of Golden Bay Resort, located at East Coast Road, some 80 kilometers away from Chennai city, and you can see I will ask my camera person to zoom in toward the resort. That entire area is of Golden Bay Resort. This resort is equipped with all material comforts. It boasts it has a very large swimming pool and a floating restaurant. Apart from private fishing beach, fitness centers, sauna, spa, water sports, massage center and steam rooms and whatnot. So definitely all these MLAs of AIADMK who are inside, they are enjoying their life. They are enjoying all the luxury of this resort. The MLAs came, almost 120 MLA came on the night of Wednesday, and now it's a weekend. So of course it's over 72 hours, more than 72 hours they are there inside the resort. However, when we reported, the India Today reported that the MLAs are not allowed to interact with outside world. They don't have mobile facility, they don't have other communication facility inside. Then a few MLAs came out with a statement, and they denied that they are held hostage inside this resort. And they said, however, their number was only 5 to 7. They came out and they met to media and they said that no, there is no hostage-like situation. Meanwhile, pressure is mounting over Sasikala and Sasikala camp, because now police personnel are also inquiring this hostage allegation. The main entry point is completely sanitized. 24/7 surveillance is going on there. The AIADMK cadres are not allowing media, not allowing other people or even villagers to go forward and further toward the Golden Bay Beach Resort. With camera person Damodar, Ashish in Kanchipuram for India Today.
Akshita Nandagopalan is continuously tracking the story from the ground. Akshita, you know, it's interesting how everybody is obviously trying to play to that Amma legacy. Between all of this, where is Deepa Jayakumar? You know, is she also a part of this action when both a Paneer Selvam to a Chinnamma is trying to stake claim?
You know, Smita, interestingly enough, for all around this particular residence of Paneer Selvam, if you go inside as well, just a few meters away is his residence, you will see a lot of posters of Deepa Jayakumar. In fact, the posters have O Paneer Selvam and Deepa Jayakumar. This comes especially after Paneer Selvam said that he is willing to join hands with Deepa. Deepa's also said that she will support O Paneer Selvam. So interestingly, her equation in this entire war has been that of siding with O Paneer Selvam. She's seen some sort of an advantage, especially as far as her war with Sasikala Natarajan is concerned, because O Paneer Selvam has turned out to be a lot more powerful, a lot more formidable figure politically compared to Deepa Jayakumar. So she is seemingly allying with him.
Right.
to take down Sasikala Natarajan really. And as far as invoking Amma is concerned, I think it started with Paneerselvam really sitting at that memorial and meditating. The damage was done then, and I think all that we're seeing now playing out with Sasikala Natarajan invoking her name time and again is merely damage control here. She's trying to portray that she too is trying only to follow Jayalalitha's footsteps and take forward her legacy now.
Akshita, stay with us. In fact, just for the information of viewers, you can watch in fact those visuals that are tuned in onto your television screens. We are being told that Sasikala Natarajan has left Poise Garden. She is supposed to head out to Jayalalitha's memorial at Marina Beach, and later she will go to the Kanchipuram Golden Bay Resort where the MLAs are lodged. Sasikala Natarajan is en route at the moment. What is the word that you're hearing in now from the governor's office, Akshita? Is there anything that is to be expected today?
Well, we've seen Sasikala actually writing that letter to the governor, but as far as whether she will be meeting with him, there's a big question mark on that front, really, Smita. When she was stepping out of Poise Garden, there was a lot of speculation whether she'd be actually personally meeting Governor Vidyasagar Rao to express her sentiments about acting fast on this matter, because she believes that several people from her camp have actually been shifting base to O Paneerselvam, and it's actually been happening on the ground. So with every passing minute, with every passing hour, it's becoming one blow after another for Sasikala. So she is determined on getting the governor to act fast. And besides that letter, we were being told that she had also sought for some sort of a meeting with the governor. But what we know at this point is that he hasn't really given any time to her. So at this point, what her plan as of now will be to go to that resort and then possibly to the Jaya Memorial and then back to Poise Garden. It looks unlikely that she will be able to meet the governor. As far as what Vidyasagar Rao will do, well, everyone's asking that question, but it looks like he's taking his own time. He doesn't want to take any hasty decision, because this is what I've been highlighting, Smita. He wants to end the instability as far as the government here is concerned. And, you know, if he goes in, and takes a hasty decision, for example, approving the swearing-in ceremony of Sasikala Natarajan, and 2 days later the DA case verdict comes out and she's convicted, then it will mean in 2 days another chief minister will have to come in. So he wants to possibly take a decision with some sort of stability, and possibly in another 2-3 days post the weekend we'll see a decision being taken by the governor. But
clearly everybody wishing that they were a fly on the wall right now at the governor's house in this current time. Akshita, you know, you spoke to Mafua Pandeyarajan earlier. How is the Sasikala camp reacting to that switchover of Pandeyarajan now supporting Paneerselvam instead?
Well, that will be a big headache for Sasikala Natarajan, because, you know, he was someone who enjoyed a lot of public support. Mafua Pandeyarajan is a very vocal minister, someone who is a minister of the masses, really. But it looks like all of that has really, affected Sasikala Natarajan to a large extent, because Mafua Pandeyarajan actually turning over to this side came as a huge shocker. You know, even yesterday he was on Sasikala's side. He was there for meetings. He was backing her. Even on Twitter, if you take a look at the kind of reactions he's posted about OPS camp releasing numbers of representatives, you'll really know his stand on this entire issue. So it came as a huge shock. It came as a huge surprise. But is this really a sign of things to come? Is this the first sign of defection? Are there going to be more ministers? That will be the biggest worry for Sasikala Natarajan. And I think that the letter that she shot off to the governor was possibly, you know, triggered by the fact that she saw how Pandeyarajan defected, and worries that more and more ministers could join hands with O Paneerselvam in the coming days. So she wants the decision to be taken at the earliest. The last time she met the governor also, she expressed this concern. She said that she accused Paneerselvam of horse trading, saying that some MLAs could be horse traded, and that's why she wants a decision at the earliest. But there's no doubt that Pandeyarajan switching to O Paneerselvam's side will earn him a few brownie points as far as the public is concerned, but will do no favours for Sasikala Natarajan, considering, of course, that her support seems to be dwindling within the party, as well as among the MPs, among the ministers, the MLAs. At this point, she seems to have the numbers, but you can never say, Smita, things seem to be turning with every passing minute. So we could be seeing, you know, a number of MLAs turning up here suddenly. I asked Mr. Pandeyarajan that as well, about whether he's confident about getting the numbers, and about whether, you know, MLAs are being held captive at a resort. He's saying that if MLAs want to come, they will come, and that he's confident they'll come in the next few days as well.
Akshita, continue to be with us. For the benefit of the viewers who are joining us at this point in time, on your television screens, visuals is streaming in from Chennai as Sasikala Natarajan is heading out to Jayalalitha's memorial this afternoon, from where she will head to their Golden Bay Resort in Kanchipuram, where nearly 94 MLAs are in fact huddled at the moment. And we are being told, in fact, that Sasikala Natarajan has now reached the Golden Resort Bay. Shalini Lobo is tracking her. Shalini, take us through, where are you right now? What's happening on the ground?
Well, Davina, I'm outside the Golden Bay Resort here in Kanchipuram district, and VK Sasikala just entered with her convoy, sitting in a green sari, just like how late Jayalalitha used to do, in front of the car, nodding, smiling at the people. A huge amount of people gathered here to have a look at Sasikala, all of them in support. And before that, in fact, we had at least 20 SUVs with the AIADMK flag on it enter the Golden Bay Resort. You had police force enter, the press all gathered here to see what she has to do, because interestingly, when she was leaving her residence to meet the MLAs at the Golden Bay Resort,
in fact, we can see the visuals as well, Shalini, of the motorcade that you were talking about, the entire convoy of cars reaching the venue. This is the resort where MLAs have been huddled over the last 72 hours with a lot of, in fact, accusations flying thick and fast that the MLAs have been held against their will. But some of the MLAs have come out and spoken that there is no duress as such. Shalini, what is Sasikala Natarajan's program going to be here like?
So she's come here to meet the MLAs, keeping everyone in suspense, because she said, wait and see. These were her last words, according to our correspondent Revati Rajivan, who was there outside her residence. And she's entered, she was smiling at people, going in to meet the MLAs, and she feels that she's got all their support, despite rumors that are flying about that MLAs will join the OPS camp. So we all have to wait and see. She's keeping all of us, the media, her people, everyone in suspense here. And even her letter to the governor clearly shows that they're working along a limited time frame, because she said, once we run out of patience, we will do what we have to do. So she's not telling anyone about her agenda. There's no way we can find out about it. Right. But there's something we're going to know as soon as she meets the MLAs here, the press is here. So we won't be waiting for long.
You know, Shalini, also going by the number of convoys, and in fact we can catch a glimpse of Chinnamma sitting there on the front seat in that green sari, as you mentioned, of course, taking forward that symbolism of being Jayalalitha's heir. But is there a feeling that today's, be it this journey into the resort area, it's all turned into a show of strength?
Sorry, Davina, there's some disturbance and I couldn't hear you. If you could repeat that.
This is Smita, Shalini. I'm asking if has this entire movement of Chinnamma turned into a show of strength today?
Just as yet. I think we'll have to wait till she meets the MLAs and comes out. And that's when we'll see. Now, in the long history that Tamil Nadu has had with politics, this is the first time you see chief ministerial faces address the media like this. One, the interim chief minister, and the other, the chief minister, Sasikala, who wants to be the chief minister. Now, these are two people who are addressing the media, press conference after press conference, talking to the people out in front of the media, whereas you didn't see this before. You didn't see questioning before. You didn't see former Chief Minister Jayalalitha or MGR do this. So now this is there's a lot. It's like a big unpredictable game with MLAs moving from one camp to the other. So the only thing we can do is wait and see what they say next.
Yes, in fact, there are two visuals on the television screens that we have been showing. This is the image of the motorcade of Sasikala Natarajan that arrived at the Golden Bay Resort a short while ago. And on the other side, in the same frame, you can see drone images of what this resort really looks like. It has a backwater. There's in fact one water channel that runs into the sea. And Ashish Pandey, our colleague, yesterday gave you a sense of what the resort is like when he did that boat through, he tried taking a boat ride to get a sense of what this resort looks like right now. But Shalini, has Sasikala Natarajan gone into the resort? So Sasikala Natarajan, who of course before coming into this resort went in once more to Jayalalitha's memorial. There was a huge crowd presence and security deployment outside Poyes Garden as she left for the Jayalalitha Memorial. Even as she has come to the Golden Bay Resort, you can see, of course, curious onlookers to loyalists to media persons, all jostling there for space to try and catch a glimpse of Chinnamma, who can be seen in this car sitting on the front seat in her now sort of growing trademark sari, which reminds people of Jayalalitha all the time. Sasikala is supposed to come and meet the MLAs, whose numbers, as Ashish Pandey was reporting, is estimated at around 94, but is possibly going to rise up to more than 100 once Sasikala starts that meeting. However, there have been some switches. Some faces have gone over to the O Pannirselvam camp, and there they interacted with media and accused that people were being held against their will at this resort. But on the contrary, there were also voices that came out in support and said that there was no duress as far as the MLAs residing in this resort bay are concerned.
Don't go.